is not the bread that we break a participation in the body of Christ? Because there is one loaf, we who are many are one body, for we all partake of the one loaf. Consider the people of Israel. Do not those who eat the sacrifices participate in the altar? Do I mean then that a sacrifice offered to an idol is anything? Or that an idol is anything? No. The sacrifices of demons are offered to demons, not to God. And I do not want you to be participants with demons. You cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of demons too. You cannot have a part in both the Lord's table and the table of demons. Are we trying to arouse the Lord's jealousy? Are we stronger than He? Everything is permissible, but not everything is beneficial. Everything is permissible, but not everything is constructive. Nobody should seek his own good, but the good of others. Eat anything sold in the meat market without raising questions of conscience, for the earth is the Lord's, and everything in it. If some unbeliever invites you to a meal, if you want to go, eat whatever is put without raising questions of conscience. But if anyone says to you, "This has been offered in sacrifice," then do not eat it, both for the sake of the man who told you, and for conscience sake. The other man's conscience, I mean, not yours. For why should my freedom be judged by another's conscience? If I take part in the meal with thankfulness, why am I denounced because of something I thank God for? So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. Do not cause anyone to stumble, whether Jews, Greeks, or the Church of God. Even as I try to please everybody in every way, for I am not seeking my own good, but the good of many, so that they may be saved. Drank the same spiritual drink, for they drank from the spiritual rock that accompanied them, and that rock was Christ. Nevertheless, God was not pleased with most of them. Their bodies were scattered over the desert. Now these things occurred as examples, to keep us from setting our hearts on evil things as they did. Do not be idolaters, as some of them were. As it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink, and got up to indulge in pagan revelry. We should not commit sexual immorality, as some of them did, and in one day 23,000 of them died. We should not test the Lord, as some of them did, and they were killed by snakes. And do not grumble, as some of them did, and were killed by a destroying angel. These things happened to them as examples, and were written down as warnings for us, on whom the fulfillment of the ages is come. So if you think you are standing, be careful that you don't fall. No temptation has seized you except as is common to man, and God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear.
안녕하세요.
When you are tempted,
시즌권 보여드려요?
also provide a way out so that you can stand up under it. Therefore, my dear friends,
지금 녹화되는
flee
거예요?
from idolatry. I speak to sensible people. Judge for yourselves what I say. Is not the cup of thanksgiving for which we give thanks participation in the blood of Christ? And is not the bread that we break a participation in the body of Christ? Because there is one loaf, we who are many are one body, for we all partake of the one loaf. Consider the people of Israel. Do not those who eat the sacrifices participate in the altar? Do I mean then that a sacrifice offered to an idol is anything, or that an idol is sacrifices of pagans are offered to demons, not to God, and I do not want you to be participants with demons. You cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of demons too. You cannot have a part in both the Lord's table and the table of demons. Are we trying to arouse the Lord's jealousy? Are we stronger than He? Everything is permissible, but not everything is beneficial. Everything is permissible, but not everything is constructive. Nobody should seek his own anything sold in the meat market without raising questions of conscience, for the earth is the Lord's, and everything in it. If some unbeliever invites you to a meal, and you want to go, eat whatever is put before you without raising questions of conscience. But if anyone says to you, "This has been offered in sacrifice," then do not eat it, both for the sake of the man who told you, and for conscience sake. The other man's conscience, I mean, not yours. For why should my food be judged by another's conscience? If I take part in the meal with thankfulness, why am I denounced because of something I thank God for? So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. Do not cause anyone to stumble, whether Jews, Greeks, or the Church of God, even as I try to please everybody in every way, for I am not seeking the one, but the good of many, so that they may be saved. Chapter 10. And they all passed through the sea, were all baptized into Moses in the cloud and in the sea. They all ate the same
지난번에 왜 눈이 그렇게 안
and drank the
미끌렸지?
same spiritual drink, for they drank
그 느낌 알아? 눈 안 미끌리는 느낌?
them, and that rock was
오늘은
Christ.
조금 미끌리네.
Nevertheless, God was not pleased with most of them. Their
눈
bodies were
덩어리들
scattered
있을라나?
over the desert. Now these things occurred as examples to keep
밑에가
us from
덩어리가
setting
있으면
our
위에도
hearts
있겠지?
on evil things as they did. Do not be idolaters, as some of them were. As it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink, and got up to indulge in pagan revelry. We should not commit sexual immorality, as some of them did, and in one day 23,000 of them died. We should not test the Lord, as some of them did, and were killed by snakes. And do not grumble, as some of them did, and were killed by the destroying
오늘
angel.
석국 큰 아빠 안 바빴으면 오셨을
These
텐데.
things happened to them as examples, and were written down as warnings for us, on whom the fulfillment of the ages has come. So if you think you are standing firm, be careful that you don't fall.
추워,
No
엄청 추워.
temptation has seized you
이런데
except what
무슨
is
스키복을
common
안
to man,
입겠다고
and
진짜
God is
팬티
faithful.
뽑아보고 싶다.
He will not let you be tempted
너 스키복
beyond
안
what
입고 그냥
you can
올라왔잖아?
bear. But when you are
방귀
tempted,
100%야 임마.
also provide a way out,
아버지가
so
너한테
that
언제
you can
헛소리 하든?
stand up under it.
대답하는
Therefore, my
꼬라지
dear
하거나.
friends, flee from idolatry.
속삭이냐?
I speak to sensible people. Judge for yourselves what I say.
누가 그렇게 크게
Is
대답하느냐?
not the cup of
평상시 대화는 해야 될
thanksgiving
거
for which
아니냐?
we give thanks a participation in the blood of Christ?
방금
And is not
군대처럼
the
했지
bread
임마.
that we break a participation in the body of
왜
Christ?
우물우물하냐?
Because there is one loaf, we who are many are one body, for we all partake of the one loaf.
친하게 지내자.
Consider the
Huh?
people of Israel.
친하게 지내자.
Do
그래.
not those who eat the
아버지 성격 맞추기
sacrifices
힘드냐?
participate in the altar?
아버지
Do
성격
I
맞추기
mean
힘들어?
then that a sacrifice offered to an idol is anything, or that an idol is anything?
내가 어쩔 때 갑자기
The
하나는데.
sacrifices of pagans are offered to demons,
이야기해봐.
not to God, and I do not want you to be participants with demons. You cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of demons too. You cannot have a part in both the Lord's table and the table of demons. Are we trying to arouse the Lord's
그게
jealousy?
그러면 그게 맞추기 어려운 성격이라고?
표정을 일부러 진짜
Everything
하기 싫고
is
귀찮고
permissible,
짜증나서 막
But
그런
not
게 아니라
everything is beneficial.
그냥 이렇게 요새
Everything
꺼내면서
is
이렇게
permissible,
하면 아빠가 그렇게
But not everything is
니
constructive.
추워가지고 임마 하는
Nobody
표정이 딱
should seek his
느껴지는데
own
뭔
good,
이상한 소리야
but the
임마.
good of others. Eat anything sold in the meat market without raising questions of conscience. For the earth is the
사람은
Lord's, and everything in it.
누가 봐도 확실한
If some
것들이 있어.
unbeliever invites you
누가
to a
봐도.
meal,
내가
and you want to go
내가
and
너를
eat
아버지
whatever is
표정으로
put
봤겠냐?
before you without raising questions of
네가 밖에
conscience.
나가서 그 누구하고 해도 그런 표정으로 하잖아?
This has been offered in sacrifice.
넌 아버지가 혼내는
Then do
것보다
not eat
훨씬
it,
더 많이 혼나.
both for the sake of the man who told you and for conscience
내가
sake.
너를 위해서 그런 걸 준비했지. 내가 나 혼자를 위해서 준비했냐?
Not
그럼 내가
yours.
너를 도와주는 거지.
Why
네가
should my
나를
food be
도와주는 거냐?
judged by another's conscience? If I take part in the meal with
그리고
thankfulness, why am I
잘
denounced
생각해봐.
because of something I thank God
네가
for?
아무리 아버지하고 아들 관계라고 해도
So whether you eat or
아버지가
drink or whatever
한없이
you do, do it all for the
아버지로만
glory of God. Do not
갈 수는
cause
없지, 안
anyone
그래?
to stumble, whether Jews,
어쩔 때는 네
Greeks, or the
친구하고
Church of
대하듯이
God.
하고 어쩔 때는
Even as I try to
누구
please
선배하고
everybody
대하듯이
in
하고
every
어쩔 때는
way,
누구 후배하고
for I
대하듯이
am
하고
not seeking
다
my own
똑같은
good,
거야 사람
but the good
관계가.
of many,
상대방이 빈정상하게 하잖아? 그럼 빈정상하는 거야. 내가 너 빈정상하게 한번 해볼까?
Chapter 10.
내가 너 빈정상하게 못해서 내가 맨날 너한테 기분 맞춰주는 줄 알아? 내가 언제 너한테 한 번이라도 거스르거나 힘들게 하거나 말 안 들어주거나 이제 하자는 대로 안 하거나 그런 적 있었어? 나는 항상 기쁜 마음으로 하는데 너는 인마 기쁨이 없잖아. 기쁨이 네가 기뻐서 할 때하고 기쁨이 없을 때 할 때하고 그걸 진짜로 네 스스로 구별을 못 한다 이 말이야? 되지도 않는 소리를 어디서 하고 있어. 이해를 할 수 있는 말을 해줘야지. 아 그러냐 하고 이해를 해주지. 네 스스로 네가 다 구별할 수 있으면서 무슨 엉뚱한 소리야. 그건 아버지 눈으로 보지 않고 네 친구 눈으로 봐도 야 하기 싫으면 말어 이렇게 말해 임마. 사람이 기쁜 마음으로 해야지. And in one day, 23,000 of them died. We should not test the Lord as some of them did, and were killed by snakes. And do not grumble as some of them did, and were killed by the destroying angel. These things happened to them as examples, and were written down as warnings for us, on whom the fulfillment of the ages has come. So if you think you are standing firm, be careful that you don't fall. No temptation has seized you except what is common to man, and God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out, so that you can stand up under it. Therefore, my dear friends, flee from idolatry. I speak decisively, and judge for yourself. It is not the humble thanksgiving for which we give thanks and participation in the body of Christ. And is not the bread that we break a participation in the body of Christ? Because there is one loaf, we who are many are one body, and all parts of one body. Consider the people of Israel. Do not those who eat the sacrifices participate in culture? Do I eat or not the Bible 그리로 가 그냥.
But the good of others, eat anything sold in the meat market without raising questions of conscience. For the earth is the Lord's, everything in it. If some unbeliever invites you to a meal and you want to go, eat whatever is put before you without raising questions of conscience. But if anyone says to you, "This has been offered in sacrifice," then do not eat it, both for the sake of the man who told you and for conscience sake. Other man's conscience, I mean, not yours. For why should my life be judged by another's conscience? If I take part in the meal, thankfulness, why am I denounced because of something I thank God for? So when you eat, drink, or whatever, do it all for the glory of God, and not cause anyone to stumble, whether Jews, Greeks, or the Church of God, even as I try to please everybody in every way, for I am not seeking but the good of many, so that they may be saved. Chapter 10. And then they all passed through the sea, were all baptized into Moses in the cloud and in the sea. They all ate the same spiritual food and drank the same spiritual drink, for they drank from the spiritual rock that accompanied them, and that rock was Christ. Nevertheless, God was not pleased with most of them. Their bodies were scattered over the desert. Now these things occurred as examples to keep us from setting our hearts on evil things as they did. Do not be idolaters, as some of them were. As it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink, and got up to
불로 올라가면 화장실 있나?
revelry.
화장지는?
Commit sexual immorality, as some of them did, and in one day 23,000 of them died.
should not test the Lord as some of them did, and were killed by snakes. And do not grumble as some of them
관심
did,
없어.
and were killed by the destroying angel.
내 앞에 안
These
있는데 그런
things
걸 뭐하러 관심
happened
갖겠어.
as examples, and were written down as warnings for us, on whom the fulfillment of
혼자
the
열심히
ages
해.
has come. So if you think you are standing firm, be careful that you don't fall. No temptation has seized you except what is common to man, and God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can stand up under it. Therefore, my dear friends, flee from idolatry. I speak to sensible people. Judge for yourselves what I say. Is not the cup of thanksgiving for which we give thanks a participation in the blood of Christ? And is not the bread that we break a participation in the body of Christ? Because there is one loaf, we who are many are one body, for we all partake of the one loaf. Consider the people of Israel. Do not those who eat the sacrifices participate in the altar? Do I mean then that a sacrifice offered to an idol is anything, or that an idol is anything? No, but the sacrifices of pagans are offered to demons, not to God, and I do not want you to be participants with demons. You cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of demons too. You cannot have a part in both the Lord's table and the table of demons. Are we trying to arouse the
저 위에
Lord's jealousy?
올라가면
Are we stronger than He?
잘랐다가 다시 캐야 되겠다. 지난번에 한번 통으로 날아가 버렸잖아.
Everything is
그지?
permissible, but not everything is beneficial.
그림
Everything
내려가서
is
자르고
permissible,
다시 올라가자.
but not everything is constructive. Nobody should seek his own good, but the good of others. Eat anything sold in the meat market without
위에 장갑
raising
벗어서
questions of
껐다가 다시
conscience.
켜.
For the earth
내려가서
is the Lord's, and everything in it. If some unbeliever invites you to a meal, and you want to go, eat whatever is put before you without raising questions of conscience. But if anyone says to you, "This has been offered in sacrifice," then do not eat it, both for the sake of the man who told you, and for conscience sake. The other man's conscience, I mean, not yours. For why should my freedom be judged by another's conscience? If I take part in the meal with thankfulness, why am I denounced because of something I thank God for? So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. Do not cause anyone to stumble, whether Jews, Greeks, or the Church of God, even as I try to please everybody in every way, for I am not seeking my own good, but the good of many, so that they may
완전
be saved.
얼음인데?
Chapter 10. For I do not want you to be ignorant of the fact, brothers, that our forefathers were all under the cloud, and that they all passed through the sea. They were all baptized into Moses in the cloud and in the sea. They all ate the same spiritual food and drank the same spiritual drink, for they drank from the spiritual rock that accompanied them, and that rock was Christ. Nevertheless, God was not pleased with most of them. Their bodies were scattered over the desert. Now these are the sacrifices that keep us from setting our hearts on evil things as they did. Do not be idolaters, as some of them were. As it is written, people sat down to eat and drink, and got up to a go with revelry. We should not commit sexual immorality, as some of them did, and in one day 23,000 of them
뭐?
died. We should not test the Lord, as some
지
of
알아서
them
해야지
did,
마음대로.
and were killed by snakes. And do not grumble, as some of them did,
해봐.
and were killed by the destroying angel.
지금 처음인가?
네.
These things happened to them
성경 전화 안
as
했지?
examples, and were written down as warnings for us, on whom the fulfillment of the ages has come. So if you think you are standing firm, be careful that you don't fall. No temptation has seized you except what is common to man, and God is provide a way out so that you can stand up under it. Therefore, my dear friends, flee from idolatry. I speak to sensible people. Judge for yourselves what I say. Is not the cup of thanksgiving for which we give thanks a participation in the body of Christ? And is not the bread that we break a participation in the body of Christ? Because there is one loaf, we are one body, not have a part in both the Lord's table and the table of demons? Are we trying to be Are we stronger than Everything is permissible, but not everything is beneficial. Everything is permissible, but not everything is constructive. Nobody should seek his own good, but the good of others. Eat anything sold in the meat market without raising questions of conscience.
고 내려가.
Earth is the Lord's, and everything. In some I should without raising questions of
장갑 안 벗으면 안 꺼져.